Woo! Welcome to another edition of Can I Do That at My Funeral? The series where I find your wacky funeral ideas on the internet and tell you whether they are legally on the up and up, based on the research I did for my book, My Parents Are Dead, What Now? A Panic-Free Guide to the Practicalities of Death, which you can buy everywhere now. This post says, funeral idea. Cremate me and shoot my ashes out of a confetti cannon over the guests. I think the idea of putting ashes into a confetti cannon and shooting them off is technically legal. The problem you may run into is simply the legality of spreading ashes in general. Unless you're doing it on your own private property, you'll have to ask permission of whatever private property you are using for the memorial. So if they say no, you can't use a confetti cannon to shoot your loved one's ashes all over the place, then you have to respect that. Now, of course, if you're like in the middle of a field, if a confetti cannon goes off where no one can see it go off, is it a confetti cannon at all, or whatever the saying, that's up to you, but you could get in trouble. Of course, the other thing to consider is whether you are going to piss everybody off at this memorial by covering them in ashes. Now, maybe your goal is to make the guests angry or upset, in which case you are probably on the right track by using a confetti cannon, unless you have a really open-minded group of people at this memorial. Your other option, I would say, is to do something like fireworks. You can put cremains into fireworks and shoot them off. Again, you'd have to be doing this somewhere where shooting off fireworks is legal. But that is a way to both be very loud and I think bombastic's the wrong word. It always means something I don't think it means, but loud and over the top with those cremains without angering the people who came to this memorial. Also, worth noting, the texture of cremains is very chalky and very different from confetti, so I don't know how you would test this, but it may not fly and scatter in the way you're hoping.